always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the up front. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA, one of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay, and looking at the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think the stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini stadium.
We saw the finished work of that Binikebi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it does FIFA grants up to NFF. And if there's one thing Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
No, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA. Yeah. Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of NFF, there will surely be an hammer coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that played together year in, year out, the cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together, and to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season. It's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold them through that winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. no matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season
I think
by
by
Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals,
Yeah.
that was on 2024,
2004.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring.
consider a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to,
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. When Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Let's see if Arsenal will be consider more goals and come this season in the EPL. If you consider just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. Or that also Mourinho when Chelsea went on to win. I think it was 2023/2024
Yeah,
season.
24 clean
Clean
sheets.
sheets by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are certainly the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and is Manchester United 9 years drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players in France?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has been getting the results for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either it's easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. We saw last season 2 seasons ago. Mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-time difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. Those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around him.
Okay, yes, his country Cameroon will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which starts on November 13th. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team in that on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf impulsion, the story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now an unexpected 400 million pounds takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves on-field disasters?
One of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out here.
Yeah.
I was in the studio and I was almost having my my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
We know you are.
emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem on Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investor fix Newcastle, investor fix Chelsea, then investors fixed Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give. And with that kind of takeover, I think it's something that it can come good for Wolverhampton.
So the problem at Wolverhampton, do you think it has to be it's really around the ownership issues, or just they are not having good players, or is it the manager? Where's the issue coming from?
I just think that sometimes in the season is like this, where the club, you can't really point out what is wrong. Look how they came back at Chelsea. Look how they came back to Burnley and they still lost. So it means that the team is not as if they are bad. Something is just not clicking. And I think that if the manager can just get to lay his hands on it, I think Wolves will be better off.
Okay, lastly on Wolverhampton, what happens when ownership politics starts affecting the dressing room? We saw that happen at Nottingham Forest, and it seems to also be affecting Wolverhampton this season.
Yeah, you cannot take away politics from football. It is a marriage that you can't separate. So you just have to be. You see, in football, there's always an iota of luck. Because now, as a fan, you don't have a power over what happens in that boardroom. And it's very important. Now, look at it. Yes, they recruited, but have they recruited enough? And I think the board has done well, because for them to keep a hold of Larsen, it means that they have intention to do something this season, because the offer came in for Larsen from Newcastle and they were willing to pay very well, and they still held on to him and brought in Tolu Arokodare from the Belgian league, which was the highest scorer in that league. So it shows a signing of intent that they really want to compete. And I think that over time, I think like Nottingham Forest did when they came back to the league, struggling rock bottom, and they found their way back up.
Okay, as I'm talking about Wolverhampton, we hope to see what really happens as they are currently fighting for survival. Nottingham Forest just make a shock managerial call after they sacked them. Ange Postecoglou, they got themselves Sean Dyche. I do think that's actually a better replacement to Angel.
Yeah, I think looking at the utensils, the players, the tools they have at hand, I think it's better to go for a defensively arranged coach like Sean Dyche than an attacking-minded coach like Angel.
But to me, looking at Nuno Espirito struggling at West Ham, it's not looking like both both Nuno and Nottingham Forest. Probably that was a marriage made in heaven.
I think, it was made in heaven, but you can't really put it on Nuno what is happening in West Ham. West Ham failed to recruit. They lost some key players, and they lost this midfielder to Fenerbahce. They lost Mohamed Kudus, and they didn't really replace those guys.
And they almost it's looking like possibly the possibility of losing Paqueta come
Paqueta
January
also.
is really high right now.
Really high. So you have to look at it. Though they want to balance their books, but at the same time, you just have to play football. If you don't want to get relegated in the Premier League, you can get relegated real fast, real fast. You know, Sunderland can only explain further.
Okay, yes, and one of the shortest managerial stints ever, Angel Postecoglou has been shown at the door after just 39 days, 8 games, no win. Forest have pulled the plug really fast on the Greek man there. Was Nottingham Forest right to act so quickly, or should they have shown more patience?
You know, one thing is this: when results are going bad like that, you don't think about the coach alone. You look at the body language of the players, because okay, you know, when he got sacked, no got sacked. We spoke here, and I was like, see, I don't envy the next coach, because these guys love the manager that was there before, so he will take the hit. They might not play for him, which is you see Nottingham Forest holding it down, 9 minutes. They just lost everything. You know, these things, you know, footballers can be very funny.
And Nottingham Forest also lost players who I think they didn't really, replace back in that. We saw Elanga make that move to Newcastle. Though even Elanga seems to be struggling at Newcastle to me.
But they
lost Olaino to a long-term injury.
He will be back in December.
He should be back December.
But they also brought in Ondoye. They brought in Zichenko also and some other guys. So I think that they've done justice to recruitment. I just think that is that relationship between Nuno and the Greek owner that didn't really mesh up together, that they had to go their separate ways. And I think I don't envy Ange. He's just one man that just...
Ange might be making a quick return back to football, maybe probably joining his former team, Celtic, in the Scottish...
now that
Brendan Rodgers has also been... Did he resign or was sacked? Okay, I think it has to be mutual consent. Okay, we know how it happens.
Out of respect.
Okay, what does this say is about Premier League managerial culture today? Seems a lot of clubs are not really that patient with their managers.
Yeah, it's football. You know, football is like a wave. You know, there was a time defensive arrangement was Mourinho. There was a time Guardiola came with the tiki-taka playing from the back. Now you see that managers are beginning to switch away from the play from the back. So it's about times and seasons. So right now it's about, shop changing managers. Hire, fire till you get it right. So it is one of those things that has worked for Real Madrid. It worked for Chelsea. It has worked for Barcelona, because Barcelona too has been hiring and firing. So when you see any club that really wants to do well, they hire and fire most times.
Okay, that is it. Well, let's switch to something more positive. A surprise up story from the South Coast, where Bournemouth are really flying high this season. Antoine Semenyo has been sensational this season. 6 goals in 7 matches, and now diving Bournemouth into a top 4 contention. Big clubs are cycling with bids reported reaching £75 million for the Ghanaian international. What's really behind Semenyo's solid transformation since last season?
No, since last season, he has just been that guy that has decided to carry the team on their shoulder. I think what happened to him can be likened to what happened to Ademola Lookman. You know, players just surge and they just want to take up the responsibility and carry their team. And I think that's what Semenyo has done. And he kept improving. And there's one thing we have to mention is that it is easier to carry teams like Bournemouth when the pressure is not much, the eyes is not really on you, the attention is not really on you. When you miss 5 chances in a game, it just go like that. The games you now come in, they shout your name. But the games you play bad, they don't really crucify you. It's different from when you now go to a team that they will crucify you. So I think that Semenyo has come good.
Okay. We hope if there's really a player I really respect or I really fear whenever he cuts in or find himself in the box and having his shooting position, it has to be Semenyo and Moises Caicedo. Because whenever you watch them in training and the way they are always specific about taking shooting trainings, then you have to really be scared. Whenever Semenyo cuts in, I'm always scared of the end product of that ball. And it's really paying up for him because those sleepless nights, those time you go extreme to train yourself is what is really working the magic for the young man.
If you want to be a leader in the team, you have to put in the extra work. Now, for instance, I remember Amis Rodriguez of I think is it Colombia?
Colombia.
When he got signed on with big
To Real
money
Madrid?
to Real Madrid, he wanted
Even at
to
Bayern Munich,
surprise.
he actually flopped also.
He wanted to surprise. I think it was him. Yeah, I think he should be him. Wanted to surprise everybody, get to the training, and met Cristiano Ronaldo already training. So Lionel Messi, when he got to Inter Miami, he got to training, and he was the first to get there. I was like, wow, what's happening here? Because of the attitude, because of nurture. You can be talented, which is nature, but you need to nurture. So I think that for you to nurture, you have to put in the extra hours. You don't put the extra hours, you don't get the extra gains.
Okay, I'm talking about the extra hours being pulled by Bournemouth. Is it possible realistically? Can they get onto? Can Bournemouth realistically hold onto Semedo if the Giants come calling? We've seen Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool all cycling around the Ghana international.
Yeah, I think that Bournemouth will find it difficult
to keep him.
And why I think so is that they couldn't hold Dean Hudson.
Yeah,
they couldn't hold this other Zach that went to PSG.
Yeah.
Losing your two key centre backs. And they couldn't hold them down because when the right money came. If the right money comes for Semedo, I don't think they will be able.
Who this guy who made the move to Brentford? Is it what's it called? The Burkina Faso winger.
Yeah.
He also make the move to Brentford. But yes, looking at still on Semedo. Is it looking more like a hype or just a season wonder?
No, I think he has been consistent since last season, and he has continued when he started. If you see the attitude, you will know that he's one hell of a player. But I don't now know if it will budge under pressure, because it's one thing to be talented, it's another thing to perform under intense pressure.
Okay, and moving forward, and speaking of stars leading their teams, one man stands at the heart of Arsenal title charge. His name is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is having a stellar campaign with Arsenal, decisive goals, relentless pressing, and maturity beyond his years. Arsenal haven't looked this ready to win the league in 2 decades. Wow. As Bukayo Saka officially become the face of Arsenal's new era.
One thing about Arsenal is that those squad they've grown, and one of the guys that grew up with them is also Bukayo Saka. We saw him start as a defender, evolve to become a striker, an attacker.
Yeah, we also saw it with Gareth Bale at Tottenham Hotspur. Started as a left back and just went out to be an explosive winger.
So it happens like that in football, and he has grown to be. He can be that face of Arsenal that can lead the line, and I think that it's already even the face, because going forward.
Yeah, whenever you talk about Arsenal,
I think going forward, it's Saka as the number one.
Okay, how has Arteta managed to protect and develop Bukayo Saka so effectively?
I think that you have to give Arteta a whole lot of praise. Because he has done a lot of coaching in that team. When he joined that team, Gabriel was not this Gabriel. We can begin to. Saka was not this Saka. Martinelli was not this Martinelli. He has done a lot of coaching on those guys and added some few talent. And I think that you have to give Arteta a lot of.
Do they have what it takes to win the league? Finally win the league.
Yeah,
this season?
I think if Arsenal does not win the league this season, Arteta should be gone.
Okay, and lastly on Arsenal, could fatigue or over reliance on Bukayo Saka derail Arsenal title ambition later this season?
I don't think so, because they are not over-relying on Saka any longer. That was the story of last season. The story of this season is different. They brought in Madueke because of Saka.
Yeah, but he's also out injured.
And Eze is there, he can deputize. There's also extra. They didn't let Trossard also go. So it's like, I think that their biggest signing, Arsenal of the season, has to be that sport director, Berta. Because he's looked at that squad and he has really brought in guys that they need, not just numbers. And Gabriel is still heart injured, and he can be a plus on the wings. It
for
doesn't have
Arsenal.
to be number 9 for Arsenal. So
Yeah.
the squad is rich enough as
Yeah,
well.
if there's one thing you can actually give it to Arsenal this season, it has to be the squad depth. It's really insane right there at the Emirates. We hope to see them this weekend, probably win or lose one game this season. Okay, straight up, 3 wins in October, 0 goals conceded, and Ruben Amorim has been shortlisted for manager of the month. United identity rather looks restored with its present system and squad harmony improving weekly. What has been the key tactical shift since Ruben Amorim arrival?
I don't think it's about arrival. It's about now. Because he has been playing high pressing and has been losing a lot of games. He has come under a lot of fire, the heat and all. Well, look at it now. I think there's a mental shift from the players, and I think that now they are beginning to believe. They know that. See, it's one thing to say that there's an escape route. It's one thing to say that there's no other way out. You just have to do what you have to do, and I think that that's where Manchester United players are. They've now reserved their mind and say, okay, let us do this, and they are putting their mind into it. Yes.
Okay, next, are Manchester United genuinely turning a corner, or this is just a good run of form for them?
It's too early to say they are turning a corner. Before you can talk about Manchester United, maybe they've improved. It has to be the end of the season.
Well, so we have to wait till the end
They've
of the
really
season.
gone into the well very deep. It's how deep you have gone that will determine how fast we say that we are coming out of it. And I think that you just have to give them time.
Okay, yes, so you just have to give Manchester United time to grow and come in better. Probably they can also get their hands on the big years. I'm talking about the Premier League title come end of the season. The season's still fresh. We're just going into match day 10, and everything is still open for every team who wants to win the league. And lastly, on Manchester United, can realistically lead United back into title contention this season, next season also.
I think that will be determined by the way they finish this season, because it's about building up per transfer window, per transfer window. When you play a little bit, you go and get what you need. Because now football, you can't really get everything at once because of FFP, so you cannot afford to be careless. So when you build to some extent, then you improve the squad. You keep improving till you get there.
Okay, meanwhile, Arsenal next test could come from an unlikely challenge.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center, your favorite YouTube channel on everything football. And welcome to our Watchlong show. It's the match day 4 of the UEFA Champions League, the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League. And our feature match for today is the match involving Slavia Prague taking on Arsenal away from home in the Champions League. And in about a minute now, the game will kick off, and it's much change Arsenal side. You could look at Arsenal. I think they are at the moment now. Injuries are beginning to set in for the club, for the team rather, and it's beginning to affect them also, like it's affecting other clubs. But they still have a lot of players, and it's a much rotated, team. Because if you look at Arsenal lineup now, you see some players making their debut for Arsenal in the Champions League. One of them is Pierre Nkapai, who will be making his Champions League debut for Arsenal. So before we proceed, we have to go and bring you the lineup for both teams. And let's start with the lineup of Slavia Prague. In goal is Markovic. Yeah, Markovic. We just have to hold on with that just to confirm the lineup properly for you. And yeah, so you just have to confirm the lineup, but it promises to be an exciting one. So in goal is Jakub Markovic for Slovak Prague, while they have a 3-man defense of Thomas Visek, Stepan Chupek, and David Zima at the back. In the midfield, there's David Moses and Charles Zeferi, Michael Sadiq, and Yusufa Mboji. in the middle. Why the three-man leading the line for them is Luka Provod, Thomas Chori, and Sayang. And the match is already underway with Arsenal having a chance to send one into the Slovak Prague box. Declan Rice sent it straight into the box there and headed back. The Arsenal back in possession again. Send another one into the box. Bukayo Saka tried to bring that one down, but headed out. But still with Arsenal possession and a shot. Wow, that was almost going to the back of the net. The Arsenal almost open scoring there, but it was wide there. That was Gabriel. So Arsenal having the first opportunity to open the scoreline in this game, but couldn't bring down that. But here comes Slavia Prague now, try to create, and they did it beautifully where they're running down the right hand side of attack, send one into the box there, but that will roll out for a goal kick. And Slovak Prague, their captain, sporting the number 17 jersey, try to give them the lead, and that was a good play there and a very good shot there. David Raya couldn't, hold on to that one. He threw out for a goal kick. Talking about Lukas Provod, the captain of Slovak Prague, and Arsenal will restart play again with that long ball now. And here comes Arsenal now with Leandro Trossard now. Turns back and try a cut one down, but and they look good for the game so far. So let's quickly bring you with Arsenal lineup. We have in goal David Raya, and the four-man defense is Juren Timber, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Piero Incapié making his debut. While in the midfield is Declan Rice, Christian Nogard, and in one area Lucas Leandro Trossard rather, and Mikel Merino, including Bukayo Saka leading the line for Arsenal. Can Arsenal go ahead and win this game? And also don't forget that there's also a match going on simultaneously in the Champions League, and it's the game involving just a moment, Napoli taking on Eintracht Frankfurt, and that is the game also going. So we'll be going across that centers also to bring you update as it goes on also in that center. So it's Arsenal now who are still in control, and Gabriel, always a threat going forward for Arsenal, and is a player that all teams needs to work out, because if you fail to mark Gabriel, you might be punished, because we've seen Gabriel, and even in this game, he already made an attempt to get a goal for Arsenal. So let's see if Arsenal can get all 3 points here to give them a good chance of making the top 8. And so far in the Champions League this season, Arsenal are among the two teams that have yet to concede any goal so far. The other team is Inter Milan. Also, they've not conceded any goal. And the game involving Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt is still 4 minutes and it's goalless. Let's quickly bring you the lineup of that game also before we go proper into the game involving Arsenal and in the meantime, Slavia Prague have the opportunity to send one into the Arsenal box and try to beat the defender, the Arsenal player. They're talking about Leandro Trossard, but cover up and finally send it into the box there and still inside the box. Could this be the goal for Slavia Prague? Oh my goodness. That was a good opportunity for Slavia Prague there, but they couldn't bring down the body. The linesman said that should be offside, so it would have counted if they have converted from that one there. So that means they have to try better. But so far, Slovak Prague, they are looking very, very good going forward. Honestly, look at the way they created that chance there and try to unsettle the Arsenal defense. So so far now it's Arsenal now having an opportunity to send one, but the goalkeeper of Slovak Prague will quickly come out to gather that one now. And so it will be. And here comes Slavia Prague again, running down the right hand side, but caught out there by Nkapai, but send it straight back into the midfield there. But I will roll out for a throwing. And the Slavia Prague manager is still very, very, looking, to be honest, probably, excited with what he's seen so far with his team. And so here comes the lineup of the Napoli Eintracht Frankfurt game. Yeah, Napoli playing in goal with Milenko Savic, and you have Gutierrez, Bogno, Ramani, and Di Lorenzo at the back. McTominay, Lobotka, and Anguissa in the midfield, while Emas, Rasmus Højlund, and Politano leading the line for Napoli. While Eintracht Frankfurt playing a 3-4-2-1 formation. In goal is Zettere, Chiate, Koch, and Collins at the back, while Christensen, Chabi, Larsen, and Brown playing as the three holding midfield, while Götze and Bahoya playing as the attacking midfielders alongside Bukats, who lead the line for Eintracht Frankfurt. But back to the game now involving Arsenal. Slavia Prague have a train, send a long one into the box of Arsenal, but headed out there by the Arsenal players, and ball in contention far back with Slavia Prague again. We send a shot, but that was wide there. Slavia Prague, looking good at the moment because you could see them giving Arsenal a little bit of scare, and there was another shot from out there, but that will not travel David Raya. And quickly, let's talk about Arsenal because injuries are now beginning to set out. They have a lot of players out injured, including the reserve goalkeeper. Talking about the former Chelsea goalkeeper who is out injured. Kepa Arrizabalaga is out injured alongside Gabriel Jesus, and also their striker Victor Gyökeres with a muscle injury. And there's also Martin Zubimendi. Though Zubimendi is out of this game due to yellow card, but Martinelli also out injured alongside the ones that had been out injured before. They got Noni Madueke and Kai Havertz. But here comes Slavia Prague again now. Try to send one. They've looked good so far in these opening stages of the game. But as now we win back possession with Leandro Trossard, and he goes down there, and the referee says that should be a free kick and against Slavia Prague. And for the Nigerian fans and the lovers of Champions League, there's a Nigerian playing actually in this for Slavia Prague, and it's the one that fought Gabriel. They're talking about David Moses. David Moses is actually Nigerian, and he plays for Slavia Prague. Let's see if we'll be able to help his team against Arsenal, but I don't expect that. I know as an Arsenal fan here. So David Raya will send a long one into the box of Slavia Prague there and headed down, but still Slavia Prague will send it to the goalkeeper, and he kicks it out. And Arsenal win back possession. I think that is already out for a throwing. But there's a player there in Kapai there. Who guides that one out for a throwing. Yeah. So like I said earlier on, Arsenal and Inter Milan are the only team so far that are yet to concede any goal in the Champions League, and so far this season. But can Arsenal keep another clean sheet in this game? And overall, Arsenal have only conceded three goals across all competition. After 15 games, they've considered just only 3. And here comes Slavia Prague now, try to run the Arsenal defense with David Moses there, but Pierre Nkapai will clear them out for a throwing, and he prevented a corner there. And to be honest, Slavia Prague are looking very good at the moment now. You could see the hunger and the determination in the team. I wonder how long it will last, but let's see if they will be able to sustain the momentum they have right now. And you can see their fans, feeling very, very happy so far. And before this game, Arsenal have played 3 in the Champions League and they've won all 3. While Slavia Prague, they've played 3. They've not won any game, but they've drawn 2 and lose 1. So they're on 2 points, sitting. On 2 points, and they sit on the 28th position, while Arsenal is sitting on the 4th position. So let's see who will take the day today. So another long throw for Slavia Prague, sending to the balls there, and try to create something there, but that will roll out. I think that should be but no, it keeps it alive. It's still Slavia Prague there, attacking now from the right hand side of Arsenal's defense, but that will roll out for a throw eventually. Boji couldn't keep that one, so Timber will throw for Arsenal. So finally, it throws the ball into the midfield. Mikel Merino couldn't hold on to that one, and I think the referee has spotted an infringement there, so it's going to be probably a free kick. We just have to confirm how he's throwing. I don't think that should have. That's not a free kick, but I think that should be a throwing. And Arsenal playing the using what's his name again now, Mikel Merino, as the emergency striker once again for today. So play resume now with Slavia Prague, and the player goes down, but I think that should be offside. Gabriel keeping him offside. So the game involving Napoli and Frankfurt is still on. For Napoli, there's no Kevin De Bruyne because he's out injured. Why everyone will remember, or most people will remember, the man that scored the winning goal for Germany in the World Cup against Argentina. Mario Götze is still playing football, and is playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. Let's see what is, but here comes Napoli with a good opportunity now. Cuts inside the ball, still with Napoli, but make the save there. The goalkeeper there denying them, and Arsenal still trying to get themselves. So far, it has been Slavia Prague who have been, looking very, very dangerous going forward there. We've seen 14 minutes played already, and it's still goalless. But Arsenal still enjoying possession, 51 compared to 49 for Slavia. But Slavia Prague, they've had four total shots compared to Arsenal's 1, and here they come again now with Young there. The Arsenal right back all over him, but he chose to go back. Young has been the highest rated player so far in this game. He is at the moment having 7.3 rating, and it looks very good at the right hand side, but here comes Arsenal now in the midfield, but almost lose the ball, but still with Arsenal. Now trying to settle down. Finds the defender there, back into the midfield and send it back. Arsenal now holding on to possession, but I think the whistle have gone there. The referee said there's a foul there on Pierre Nkepai there. No, Christian Nogard rather. And that was a very, very silly foul there by the number 12 jersey of Slavia Prague, talking about Mboch. So Arsenal have another opportunity to send it a cross into the box of Slavia Prague, and Arsenal, who have looked very good, when it comes to set piece, convert this one but take it sideways now. With Arsenal, and send this to Bukayo Saka, one-on-one with the cross back now, but still with the Slavia Prague player, but send it into the midfield now. Still with Arsenal now. Finds Leandro Trossard. Arsenal trying to create one now at the edge of the box. Yeah, but send it back into the midfield. See Arsenal finally send it into the balls there, but that will clear that and by Slavia Prague there. and stay Arsenal now, but lose possession, but the ball roll out for a throwing, so it will be throwing to Arsenal. I don't know why they didn't send that ball inside the net instead of going sideways. I mean, inside the balls there instead of going sideways. Arsenal now back in possession again now with Gabriel. Arsenal still holding on to possession. With Timber now. Roller for a throwing, and it will be a throwing because Saka picked that one. It's because Saka the captain for today, and you know send it back to David Raya. And by 9 p.m. Nigerian time, other remaining fixtures for today will come up, and Atletico Madrid will be taking on Royal Union SG, while Bodo Glimt will take on AS Monaco. Also, Juventus taking on Sporting CP, while Liverpool, the big one, Liverpool taking on Real Madrid tonight. Also, Olympiacos taking on PSV Eindhoven, and another big one also tonight. The PSG taking on Bayern Munich, while Tottenham take on Copenhagen. And our viewers, I would like to ask, and if you can give us your answer in the comment section, the game involving Liverpool and Real Madrid, or the game involving Bayern Munich and PSG, which one is the bigger one? Because both teams, they've all won the Champions League, but Bayern Munich are the defending champions. So far, they've won all 3 games they played this season in the Champions League. Also, Bayern Munich also they've won all 3, and Bayern Munich look unstoppable. They've been very clinical this season. They've won all games they've played, unlike PSG, Liverpool, and Real Madrid. But Real Madrid are the record holder of the UEFA Champions League, and we know they've met Liverpool recently. I think it should be last season they played, and I think Liverpool won the game at Anfield. So can Real Madrid, come back for revenge this season? And there's a player down there, and I think that should be Gabriel. And the medical team are attending to him. So you could see Mikel Arteta having a word with his assistant. Can Slavia Prague, stop Arsenal's domination at the moment in the Champions League? Because they played 3 and won 3 without conceding any goal. But Slavia Prague, they've not won any game. They've only managed to draw 2. And they've lost 1 so far this season. Let's quickly bring you the last 4 head-to-head meetings involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague. And the last time they met was on the 15th. That was in 2021. Arsenal played Slavia Prague, and Arsenal won by 4-0 away in Prague. While they also the first leg of that game was also in 2021, where they played out a 1-1 draw at the Emirates, and they met also in 2007. They played out a goalless draw in Prague there, while Arsenal at home in the first leg, Arsenal defeated them by 7-0. That means they've played 4 times. Arsenal won 4 and they've drawn 4, and this will be the 5th one. So let's see if Slavia Prague will be able to register a win for themselves, or Arsenal will continue the dominance over them. So but here come Arsenal now in the midfield now with Nwan Eri, still with Arsenal now, try to find Bukayo Saka. Now Bukayo Saka on the ball, running around, drop it for Timber, who send it into the balls, and that was a good save rather from the goalkeeper there, and the ball will roll out for a throw-in. So it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. And first time Arsenal will be turning the fence into attacking this one. That was a very good ball there from Durant Timber, but there was no any Arsenal player there to follow up from the rebounds there. I mean, Bukayo Saka rather trying to beat the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was very alert, and Arsenal will have a throw-in now. Norgard will send a long one now. Send it at the ball, still inside the balls there. headed out there. But possession in contention, and Arsenal wins back possession now with Norgard drop it down for Leandro Trossard, who try to find an Arsenal player there, but the Slavia Prague will win that one back 1-0. The culprit there brought down the Slavia Prague player, so it will be a free kick to Slavia Prague. So far, Arsenal, they've not really been convincing in this game, apart from holding on to possession. I think Slavia Prague have been, have been making everything look, uneasy for Arsenal. So, free kick taken for Slavia Prague. The goalkeeper will send a long one into the half of Arsenal there, and it's brought down there, and there's a player down again, and I think that should be another free kick, and this time it will be for Arsenal. And the Napoli game, Napoli have a free kick now at the edge of the balls of Frankfurt. Can Napoli, convert from this one? And let's see now. A lot of bodies inside the 18-yard border. Finally send it to the balls there, headed out there, and that should be the. Oh my goodness! I think the whistle have gone there, but Napoli almost getting a goal there. So it will be a free kick to Frankfurt, but here come Arsenal now inside the box. They send the cross, but blocked there, and it will be a corner kick to Arsenal. Leandro Trossard, I think, to me, should have, done better there. I just hope there is no handball in the balls there of Frankfurt, because it looks like, and the VAR might be checking that, and oh, there was a push actually there. So I don't think that would have counted if the ball had ended at the back of the net for Napoli. So Arsenal will be having a corner kick in this game, and I think this should be the first corner kick, and Declan Rice about to take this one. So corner kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice still on it, and Gabriel, the suspect, the usual suspect, is Declan Rice. Send it now into the balls there, headed out by the defender, but Henry will lose possession, bring down his man. I think that should be the first yellow card of this game. Yeah, the first yellow card has been shown, and it's Henry who has been shown the first yellow card. Henry so far is not having the best of game so far in this early stages of the game, and he has been given the opportunity to start today ahead of Iberichi Eze, who is on the bench. So play resume now with Slavia Prague still with possession. And the player goes down again. I think this should the referee said that would be a throw-in, and it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. So Pierre Nkepai on the throwing duty for Arsenal from the left-hand side. And Arsenal still with possession now. Try to find Mekemureno now. Still with Mekemureno. Run inside the box there. Can he convert this one? And it's a shot and a block there. Bukayo Saka rather. Bukayo Saka using his pace there. And it was almost fouled there. And the goalkeeper, reacting to that one quickly. So I think that should be a corner kick to Arsenal. Yeah, another corner kick with Declan Rice now. About to take this one. Send a short one to the balls there. I think that should be another corner kick now to Arsenal. Arsenal have had 3 corner kicks in quick succession in this game. So Declan Rice to take this corner kick for Arsenal again. And he sent it into the post. Headed out there, and that was A good defending by the Slavia Prague defenders there, but still with Arsenal. I'm back with Declan Rice. Send another one into the box there. Cleared out again. I think that should be another corner kick to Arsenal. And I think Slavia Prague, they've actually done their work on Arsenal set piece so far in this game, because all the set piece being thrown at them, they've dealt with it very well, including the goalkeeper coming out to claim some of those balls and punching it out. But Arsenal have another opportunity to send another one into the box there again. Declan Rice standing on it again, and he send it now this time, but low, but this time it will roll out for, I think, a goal kick there at Leandro Trossard. Wow, he wanted to flick that one, but he flick it up there, so it will be a goal kick to Slavia Prague. 27 minutes already played, is still goalless. So Arsenal wins back possession again, but dispossessed there. But the referee said that's a free kick on Leandro Trossard there. So Arsenal with free kick. Very quickly taken now as Nana back in possession. But here comes Arsenal now. Can they open the scoring from this one? Oh no. I think that should be another corner kick. Bukayo Saka this time, tried. Oh, the goalkeeper, reacting to that one. So corner kick to Arsenal, but this time around it's the other side of the field. So Bukayo Saka will take this corner kick for Arsenal. 28 minutes gone already. A lot of players inside the box there, including Gabriel and William Saliba. The referee, having a word with the Slavia Prague player there, telling him to be very careful. If not, you'll commit a penalty there. So can Arsenal open scoring from this one? Because I can send it into the box there, headed out there. And I think that should be another corner kick again. Let's quickly check the number of corner kicks Arsenal have had in this first 29 minutes of the game. So another corner kick for Bukayo Saka to take an assistance. Now Arsenal have had 6 corner kick in this first 30 minutes. We've seen half an hour of football played and it's still goalless already. But Arsenal, they look the closest to open the scoring. The goalkeeper of Slavia Prague has been called into action multiple times in the last 10 minutes of this game. So can Arsenal open the scoring now? And there's a possible check there. Let's see. I think the VAR is trying to communicate with the referee. Is there? I think Arsenal might be having a penalty because the VAR has actually called the referee to check if there is a potential penalty for Arsenal, and the referee will be going to the monitor to check this one. It looks like there's an handball here. So there's a Arsenal having a penalty, an opportunity to open the scoring, and the referee explaining to the Slavia Prague captain there that there was a handball there in the build-up to that ball that went out for a corner kick, and it will be a penalty kick to Arsenal, and Bukayo Saka will step up to take this one. No Victor Gyökeres for Arsenal in this one. Can Bukayo Saka give Arsenal the lead inside the first 31st minute of this game? And Bukayo Saka will be facing the goalkeeper of Slavia Prague, and can Markovic, deny Bukayo Saka, and let's see if Markovic can stop Bukayo Saka from scoring in this one, and Saka standing on this one-on-one with Markovic there. And it's Bukayo Saka take 1-2 step, and that is a goal, and it's Arsenal who leads Slavia Prague in this one. Bukayo Saka, the goal scorer. So Arsenal opened this scoring, and it's Bukayo Saka who drew the first blood for Arsenal. So it's 1-0 ahead already. Arsenal looking very good, and on paper you expect them to defeat Slavia Prague despite so many changes they made. But the Slavia Prague goalkeeper went the right way, but couldn't stop that one from going to the back of the net. So it's Arsenal who lead. While in Naples there it's still goalless involving Frankfurt and Napoli, the home side. But at the moment, Frankfurt are enjoying a little bit of possession the last 5 minutes. But let's see if they've given possession straight away to Napoli back. So play will resume now with that freak restart from Slavia Prague, who send it to their goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper finds the defender. Send it back to Slavia Prague, the goalkeeper of Slavia Prague, but I also send it back to the goalkeeper, still with the goalkeeper inside his own box, but finally send it long going to the half of Arsenal there, and the ball is being broke down there, but Arsenal now with Bukayo Saka try to run on that one, and can Arsenal capitalize on Slavia Prague defense, what to me looks though they've been a little bit organized when it comes to claiming, the Arsenal set pieces. And Timber now finds Bukayo Saka, the goal scorers of this the only goal so far. Saka now try to take on and send a cross into the box and block the ball, still with Bukayo Saka, but finally cleared out now by the goalkeeper who send it out, and it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. So trying quickly taken. Arsenal still with possession. Send it to Gabriel. We drop it into the midfield. Leandro Trossard there. And it goes down. The referee says there's a free kick there. That's a foul. And very quickly taken. And Arsenal will surrender possession to Slavia Prague, and he sends this to his goalkeeper there. And the whistle have gone again, because it will be a free kick to Slavia Prague, who quickly take it, send it to Sayang, who has been by far the Slavia Prague best player on the pitch apart from the goalkeeper, and he has been brought down there by Jurgen Timber, and the referee said that would be a free kick. So Slavia Prague have opportunity now to send a cross into the box of Arsenal. And you can see the Slavia Prague player, they've actually got have good height. No, it will be a throw-in rather, not free kick. Let's see if they can take advantage of their own, height. And can Arsenal deal with this Slavia Prague throw there and send it now? But that will not trouble the Arsenal goalkeeper. And the referee has stopped the game again, and He's having a word with the Slavia Prague player there. Wow. And I think that should be a yellow card to him because he actually, went down so easily and asking for a penalty there. Talking about the number 25 jersey, Chori, trying to deceive the referee there. But the referee said no. And that's not a penalty. And to me, I think he was very lucky to have escaped a punishment, a yellow card there. But here comes Arsenal now with Bukayo Saka. Still with the ball, but that will be a ruler for a throwing, and to be a throwing to Arsenal. And already we've had 2 players on a yellow card, and the 2 players have been, the 2 yellow cards have gone to Arsenal. Mikel Merino also was also booked there. So yellow card to Mikel Merino and one early so far. So the goal scored in the 32 minutes is still the only goal we've seen in this game. And you can see the replay of the yellow card shown to Mikel Merino there. He brought down Sanyang there, yeah. And the referee said no, that's a penalty. So the goal scored by Bukayo Saka in the 32nd minute is still the only goal separating both sides. And it was a penalty so far in the game between Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt is still goalless. And Napoli are trying to, open the score and send one into the box and cleared out by Eintracht Frankfurt there. Slavia Prague there. Offside, the last man says. Can Arsenal win this game with a clean sheet? So far, they are yet to concede in the Champions League. And Arsenal, before today, they've actually scored 8 and conceded 0, while Slavia Prague, they've only scored 2, conceded 5. So Arsenal now in possession. Can they make it through? Another cross, but I think that should be a corner kick. And Arsenal have been enjoying a lot of corner kicks in this game. Another corner kick this time around. And Slavia Prague, we have to defend this one. Let's see if they can stop Arsenal from scoring from another set piece in this game. So Bukayo Saka about to take this corner kick for Arsenal. Can they get the second goal from this one? And send it into the box there, headed down there, still with Arsenal. Still with Bukayo Saka at the edge of the box. Cut back there and send a shot, but blocked there, back with Arsenal again. I think that should be another corner kick. Another corner kick to Arsenal. 40 minutes already gone, and Arsenal still lead Slavia Prague by 1 goal. So Bukayo Saka about to take this corner kick for Arsenal and send it into the box there. Back to Bukayo Saka again. Send a low one into the box. Can Arsenal make it 2? Another block there. But Arsenal still with possession. Still with Arsenal. And send. Oh, that was a terrible cross there. So it will be a goal kick to Slavia Prague. Gabriel with that one. you can see the replay again there of that handball and also Bukayo Saka converting. So Arsenal back in possession again with Leandro Trossard. Send it to Pierre Nketiah, who decides to go back. Now Gabriel with the ball. Still Arsenal back to Bukayo Saka. They try to take on the Slavia Prague player there, and he calls back, beats him still with Saka, and he goes down. I think the VAR will have to check that one, because Bukayo Saka is still down there inside the box of Slavia Prague. And the player has been stopped. I think that's a foul. That should have been a foul. So play restart now with Arsenal restarting play, and having been sending it back to David Raya, who sent a long one and tries to find Bukayo Saka. And Arsenal will win a throw-in. But here comes Slavia Prague now, attacking now from the left hand side, and send a cross into the box and headed out there by Gabriel, and that will be a corner kick to Slavia Prague, and I think that should be their first corner kick in this game. And let's see if Arsenal can deal with Slavia Prague corner kick or set piece. Slavia Prague are yet to have any shot on target so far in this game, where Arsenal produced 5 shots on target in this game. And the game involving Napoli and Frankfurt is still goalless, but Napoli enjoying a lot of possession. But here comes Slavia Prague now, about to send one into the box of Arsenal there. And he sent a long one into the box, headed out there by Arsenal, and Slavia Prague will win back possession now at the edge of Arsenal box there. And still Slavia Prague now having another opportunity to send another long one, but blocked there by Leandro Trossard. So it will be a throw-in to Slavia Prague. And you could see Chori, the Slavia Prague striker. He looks very tall. It looks like Peter Crouch, and Slavia Prague finally but send that one out, so it will be a goal kick to Arsenal. And we've seen 45 minutes already played now. Any moment from now we'll be having we'll be confirming the additional minute. Will be added by the referee, or the assistant referee rather. So player restart with Arsenal taking a quick goal kick there. Slavia Prague will win back possession inside their own half. And Arsenal defense, they need to, okay, the fourth official have confirmed we'll be having 4 additional minutes in this first half. The Arsenal defense needs to be very wary of what's his name, Thomas Chori, because he looks very lanky. And you can see that Slavia Prague are trying to use this area presence. But so far, Arsenal have dealt with aim in the air. So 4 minutes of additional time being ended, but Arsenal still leading this one and in possession at the moment. Can Arsenal add another goal in this first half to make it 2 and give themselves a breathing space? Still Arsenal now. But Slavia Prague will clear down out. So Arsenal still back in possession. With Bukayo Saka who sends us backward. Finds Gabriel sending into the midfield. Now Pierre Inkepai, who is starting ahead of Ricardo Califori and Lewis Kelly. Today both players are on the bench. So Arsenal still in possession now. Now finds Bukayo Saka. Still Saka now going in and it goes down and the referee says play on. Here comes Slavia Prague now trying to turn defense into attack. Stop there and I think that one have rolled out and Arsenal now back in possession. Send it to Gabriel. And the game involving Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt has come to an end. I mean, the first half, and it's goalless. Both teams not been able, to find the or break the deadlock. So it's goalless at halftime in Naples. And the game involving Arsenal and Napoli any moment from now. The referee will also stop the game. But it's Arsenal who still lead away from home in Prague. That's the capital of Czech Republic. So David Raya now in possession. Still Arsenal in possession. Finds Pierre Inkepai who sends it back to Gabriel. So Arsenal still holding on to possession inside the half of Slavia Prague, trying to create one last attack before the referee stops the game. Now Bukayo Saka send it back into the midfield. Still with Arsenal. But Slavia Prague will finally clear it out. And David Raya coming out to hold on to this one. Still Arsenal. But almost, losing possession there. I think that should be another free kick. There was a foul there, he pulled there, and Bukayo Saka telling the referee that I think he should have shown, more, probably a yellow card there. Oh, I think the referee is saying the free kick is against Arsenal. Yeah. Not for Arsenal, but against Arsenal. William Saliba, the culprit this time, and Slavia Prague will start with that free kick. With a free kick, rather. Can Slavia Prague equalize from this ball? And they send a long one there at the edge of the balls. There's still Slavia Prague, but Slavia Prague complaining. I think they want the penalty. And the referee said that should be a free kick there. And you could see the players coming together. And Pierre Inkepai is saying I was pulled there, but the Slovak player, they're going to buy Thomas Chori, is saying no. You could see the replay again. I don't think there was a pull there, but he actually went down So it will be a free kick to Arsenal. And I think that will be the last action of this game. So, but let's. David Raya will about to send one now, a long one, and I think that should be the last piece of action once it's sent down. And yes, the referee said that's half time, so it's half time already. So it's Arsenal who lead away from home against Slavia Prague. The goal scored by Bukayo Saka in the 37th minute is only the difference so far. And also the game involving Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt is 0-0 half time also. Viewers, we've seen 45 minutes already played out there in Prague. It's Arsenal, who lead, and not surprisingly because they've created, a lot of goal scoring chance in this. So Arsenal created a lot of goal scoring chance in this game, but and let's quickly go, to the stats before we go for a commercial break in this one. You could see the halftime start, and Arsenal have enjoyed, the larger ball possession with 62 compared to Eintracht Frankfurt 38, while Arsenal have had 11 total shots compared to 5 of Slavia Prague there. Shot on target 0 to Slavia Prague, while Arsenal is having 5 shots on target, 0 big chance from Slavia Prague, and one big chance to Arsenal, 1 corner kick to Slavia Prague, and 7 to Arsenal. 2 yellow card to Arsenal, 0 to Slavia Prague. And the Slavia Prague goalkeeper has been very, very busy so far in this first half, and he has made 4 saves to deny Arsenal from scoring more goals at the moment. So that's how it stands there in the game involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague. And can Arsenal come back in the second half to add more goals, or can Slavia Prague be able to come back in the second half and draw level and probably go ahead and win the game? Only time will tell. But viewers, you can tell us, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal, have performed to your expectation so far in this first half, or you think they need to do more? And you can highlight the areas you want, you wish both teams can improve for, and give us your full-time prediction of the game involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague. Also, the game involving Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt. Do you see, any of those teams, breaking the deadlock in the second half? So let us know in the comment section there. And also, don't forget that we told you earlier that there will be other games will also be coming on at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. The game involving Atletico Madrid and Royal Union SG will be taking on 9 p.m. And also Bodo Glimt will be taking on Monaco, same 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Juventus taking on Sporting CP 9 p.m. While Liverpool will be hosting Real Madrid at Anfield at 9 p.m. Also, Olympiacos Peru will be taking on PSV Eindhoven also 9 p.m. While the defending champion, talking about PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, taking on the champions from Germany, Bayern Munich, who have looked very, very good so far this season. While Tottenham Hotspur will be taking on Copenhagen. Tottenham Hotspur, we remember them, suffering being defeated at home against Chelsea in their last outing that was in the league. They had a very, very poor game that day. So all these games will be giving you, up to date of everything that will be going down tonight. So do well to keep in tab and continue to follow our Premier Sport Center. So we'll be going for a commercial break now. So when we come back, we'll be giving you more details between the Arsenal and Slavia Prague. So for now, we'll be back.
Hello, welcome to Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abishego, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yema together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yeah, mate, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the home front. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, you know, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This. It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA. One of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this things is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay, and looking at the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think the stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, where as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 to 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini stadium.
We saw the finished work of that Binikebi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it was FIFA grants up to NFF. And if there's one in Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
Yeah, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA. Yeah. Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of NFF, there will surely be an hammer coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju Pinnick said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that have played together year in year out. The cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together. And to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season, it's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold up through that of winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage, most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season by Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals, that
Yeah.
was on 2024,
2004.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring.
consider a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Okay, let's see if Arsenal will consider more goals and come this season in the EPL. They've considered just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. On that, also Mourinho, when Chelsea went on to win, I think it was 2023/24
Yeah,
season.
24 clean
Clean
sheets.
sheets by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are settling the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and is Manchester United 9 years drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players in France?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has been getting the result for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either is easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. We saw last season, 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-term difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it
Mhm.
off. You know, those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around them.
Okay, yes, his country Cameroon will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which kick starts on November 13th. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team in that on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf implosion. The story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now unexpectedly.
Welcome back, viewers, from that short break. And any moment from now, the start of second half will resume, and the players are already on the pitch. There, Slovak Prague, turn things around in the second half. So far, the goal scored by Bukayo Saka in the 32nd minute is the only goal separating both sides. And Bukayo Saka is the highest rated player so far in this game with 8.8, and followed by Sanyang, who is also 8.0 for Slovak Prague in this game. And Provo is the lowest rated, no, not Provo, it's Chori rather, with 5.2, the lowest rated player so far in this game. So play will restart now with Arsenal playing from left to right, while Slovak Prague will be playing from right to left. Can Slovak Prague, do what most teams so far this season have failed to do by scoring Arsenal? Only 3 teams have been able to score Arsenal across all competition this season. They are Newcastle United, Manchester City, and Liverpool are the only 3 teams that have scored Arsenal this season. So Slovak Prague, can they join that list of teams that have scored Arsenal this season? So only time with them play a free start, and Arsenal will be having a throw in quickly taken by the Dutch international player who sent into the midfield there. Here come Arsenal now attacking now from the left hand side there with Leandro Trossard. Send one across into the balls there. And that is the second goal for Arsenal. Mikel Merino getting the second goal for Arsenal. We've barely played more than a minute in the second half, and Arsenal have doubled their lead in the 46th minute of this game. That was a good goal there from Mikel Merino, and that was a good cross there from Leandro Trossard, who crossed that one and sent it. And Mikel Merino, connecting with that one, and there's nothing the goalkeeper could do there, and that's a clean goal. And probably might be it might check for offside, but which I don't think there is offside there. So as it stands now, Arsenal lead by 2-0, while the game involving Frankfurt and Napoli, who are the home side, is still goalless, and it's 51 minutes already there. So let's we'll be expecting to see goal from that center. So at the moment, Arsenal lead by 2-0. Mikel Merino opening his account in the Champions League this season. So play restart with Slovak Prague now, starting and having possession inside the half of Arsenal, now running down the left hand side of attack there, but blocked there by Juran Timber. That should be a throw in to Slovak Prague, and Slovak Prague will send a long one, or we try to send a long one into the box of Arsenal. So Arsenal, they've given themselves, fresh breathing space by converting that, getting the second goal and throwing quickly, taking a short one, and blocked there by Bukayo Saka. I think it will be another throwing now to Slovak Prague. So the first substitution will be made now, and Slovak Prague will be making the first substitution and it's the man who has been a little bit controversial in this game to me. Has been withdrawn. Talking about Chori, and it looks like he's in pain. It looks like he's in pain. So the first substitution has been made. So become family player that actually coming for him. So it's duty will be coming on for Chori. Thomas Chori being withdrawn in this game. So train sent long one to the balls there, but cleared out there, and I think that should be a goal kick. Yeah, goal kick to us now. I think that should be not goal kick, but a free kick rather, because the referee said there's a pull there. But here comes Napoli now trying to get a goal there, but McTominay, yeah, McTominay couldn't convert down from Anguissa's pass there. I think he was looking looking for the goalkeeper to foul him there, but the goalkeeper actually uses instincts there. Yeah. So play restart now with Arsenal now in possession. Send a long one now. Tries to find Ali and the trouser, but cleared out there. Sent straight into the midfield there. And Napoli looking like they might open the scoring in this game, because they've been coming very closer and closer. See here the attack now with Anguissa now caught one, but I couldn't beat the entrant Frankfurt player, and I think that will roll out for probably a throw-in now. Or is it a corner kick? Yeah, I think the whistle have gone. So it will be a goal kick to Frankfurt. So back to the game involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague. So now Arsenal looking to add more goals to this one. But Slavia Prague restart play with a throw-in. And he sent a long one into the half of Arsenal there, but cleared out there. Still and the whistle have gone. I think there's too many whistles in this game to me. A lot of fouls being committed there. So free kick to us now. I'll send it back now to David Raya, who finds Saliba back to David Raya, and he sent a long one into the half of Slavia Prague there. But Slavia Prague will win possession, but that was a very dangerous pass there, and still back to us now. Oh. But Slavia Prague now with the Nigerian talking about promise, trying to turn defense into attack now. And there's a player down inside the box there, but the referee says play on there. And Slavia Prague still have opportunity to send another cross into the box of Arsenal there. And they send one now, but I think that should be corner kick, yeah. Corner kick to Slavia Prague. And you can look at the replay again there. Bukayo Saka needs to be very careful there. But the referee said no. There's no penalty there. So corner kick to Slovak Prague, and Slovak Prague reduce the deficit from this corner kick now. And they send a long one, and I think the referee say, is that a penalty? Or what? Okay, handball there. I think against Slavia Prague. So the Slavia Prague player, actually want to, use his hand. But there's a player down again for Slavia Prague. But free kick have gone in the way of Arsenal. So you could see Mikel Arteta having one or two words with his players there. So free kick to Arsenal now under David Raya. We take this one now from inside his own box, and he send a long one now into the half of Slavia Prague. And but we roll out for a throw in there. So it will be a throw into Arsenal. So train taken now. Cameroon going down, but the referee say no, there's no contact or there's no foul. There, so it will be a goal kick to Slavia Prague. So another throw in now, but this time to Arsenal, or free kick rather, because that was a push there. So the game involving Napoli and Slavia Prague is still, and Frankfurt is still goalless. But Napoli looking, the better team so far in this game. But they are unable to break the deadlock yet so far. So we've seen 1 hour of football played already there in Naples, and it's still goalless. But the game involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague is 55 minutes, and Arsenal lead 2-0. 2 goals to 0 away from home. But here comes Slavia Prague now attacking from the left-hand side, send it cross to still Slavia Prague now trying to see if they can get a goal for themselves. Back with Sanyang now tries to beat the Arsenal defense there, but it goes down. Timber this time fouls him, and the referee said there's a free kick, and Uran Timber not happy with the decision by the referee. But Slavia Prague will have opportunity now to send a cross into the box of Arsenal. Also Napoli now having another opportunity now to send a corner into the box of Slavia Prague, of Frankfurt. And they send it now, and the Frankfurt goalkeeper, I think the corner kick will have to be retaken. But back to the game involving Slavia Prague and Arsenal. So free kick to Slavia Prague now, in a very dangerous position. Can they get a goal for themselves? Send a cross now, but that will not travel David Raya. I think that should be a corner kick. Yeah, corner kick to Slavia Prague. And Kapai heading that one out. So Slavia Prague will have another opportunity to send another set piece into the box there. Another cross into the box of Arsenal. And the lineups of games to come later on in the day are beginning to come out, and we'll do it to bring you the lineup of some of those games. But back to the game involving Arsenal and Prague now. Corner quickly taken, but Arsenal dealing with that. And Slovak Prague still in possession. Send it back to the goalkeeper. Who send a short one to the defender, but finally send a long one. But David Raya will pick up that one. Let's quickly bring you the lineup of Liverpool against Real Madrid, and Liverpool will be starting in goal for Liverpool. It's Mama Jafili, the Georgian, while Bradley will start as right back, and you have Virgil van Dijk and Konate partnering, while Robertson will be playing as a left back. While in the midfield, you have Ferran Wheat alongside Dominic Soboslai and McAllister. Also, there's Ryan Gravenberch in the midfield there, while Mohamed Salah and Ugo Ekitike will be leading the line. While for Real Madrid, in goal is Thibaut Courtois. You have Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Caracas, and Eder Militao, also Adagula, Dean Huijsen, Kylian Mbappe, Ore Chouameni, Valverde, and Vinicius Junior are starting for Real Madrid, and that's going to be a very big one. And we'll do it to give you an update of that one. But here come Arsenal now. We can Bukayo Saka, but the goalkeeper denying Bukayo Saka from getting, another goal for Arsenal in this game. But that was a very good opportunity for Bukayo Saka to get another goal for Arsenal. Let's quickly also bring you the lineup of the game involving PSG and Slavia Prague. Have a moment there, but David Raya picked that one up very, very easily there. So the lineup of PSG against Bayern Munich, and in goal for PSG is Chevalier, the new goalkeeper, the man who came from Lille, to displace Donnarumma, but eventually Donnarumma was sent out, was sold to Manchester City. So he will be starting in goal for Paris Saint-Germain. So you have Bakola, Ousmane Dembele, Ferreira, Hakimi, Kvaratskhelia, Marquinhos, Nuno Mendes, Pacho, Fabian Ruiz, and Zaire Emery, all starting for Paris Saint-Germain. While for Bayern Munich is the experienced goalkeeper, talking about Manuel Neuer, who is in his 40s but still making things happen for Bayern Munich in goal tonight. He's also the captain of Bayern Munich. And you have Luis Diaz, Serge Gnabry, Harry Kane, the man who can't stop scoring at the moment, Joshua Kimmich, Lemar, Michael Olise, Pavlovic, Stanix, Jonathan Tah, and Upamecano are starting for Bayern Munich. So it's going to be a very big one out there in France and in England, because the giants are about to meet, and we know when two giants meet, the grass will definitely suffer. When two elephants meet, rather. So here come Arsenal now. Can they make it 3? But couldn't there. So cleared out there by Slavia Prague. Well, Arsenal will win back possession. But that was a very dangerous pass there. But I think that should be Saliba quickly, doing justice to that one by sending it straight to David Raya, who is having 1-2 with his defenders there. So let's also bring you the lineup of Tottenham, who will be looking to bounce back from that defeat they suffered over the weekend against Chelsea. Tonight they'll be hosting the team from Denmark, talking about Copenhagen. So in goal for Tottenham is Vicario, and you have Van der Veen, Udogi, Xavi Simon, Pepe Metesa, Christian Romero, Pedro Porro, Odobert, Kolomwani, and Brennan Johnson, alongside Bentancur, all starting for Tottenham. And Arsenal will be making an introduction very soon, because Eberechi Eze is about to come on for Arsenal. So let's see who will be going off, and but play restart with Arsenal. Sending a long one now into the half of Slavia Prague. Mikel Merino still win possession. Arsenal still in possession. Attacking now is Jurien Timber now. Taking 1, 2, 3 players there. And that was another opportunity for Arsenal there. So Arsenal stay in possession. So let's quickly bring you the lineup of Slavia Prague. But before we do that, Arsenal have opportunity now because I can at the edge of the box beat the the players there and send the cross, but clear that there. So that would be a goal kick. Play resume with Arsenal. Stay out with Arsenal lose possession. Here comes Slavia Prague now, trying to turn defense into attack. So Copenhagen, for Copenhagen, in goal is Kotaski. Will be in goal for Copenhagen. You have Echori, Clem, El Nusi, and El Nusi, the Moroccan who wants to play for Leicester City. And there's Gabriel Pereira, Edzakos, there's Larsen, Lereja, Lopez, and there's Yusuf Mukoko, the former Dortmund player. There's Suzuki also starting for Copenhagen. But here comes Arsenal now having opportunity to make it 3. But the goalkeeper there of Copenhagen picking up that one so easily. So viewers, let us know in the comment section which match you think will be the most interesting between the game involving Liverpool and Real Madrid, and also PSG taking on Bayern Munich. Also Tottenham taking on FC Copenhagen. Let us know your prediction in our comment section. But Copenhagen having a free kick, and Iberechi Eze has finally come on, and you just have to confirm the departed player, or the player that has been withdrawn. So it's Nwaneri who has been withdrawn because to me, I think he should have been withdrawn earlier on, because you look at his performance in the first half was very, very not too convincing, even in the second half also. So Iberechi Eze coming on to add to the firepower Arsenal have in this game. But free kick now to Slavia Prague, and he sent one into the box of Arsenal. They're still with Slavia Prague inside the box of Arsenal, but that was a very good defending there by the Arsenal player, and that will roll out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Goal kick to Arsenal. 65-minute played already, and it's already 79-minute play. There in Italy is still goalless. Napoli looking the better side in this game so far, but they have not been able to break the deadlock. The possession is Napoli leading with 65 ball possession compared to 35 of Eintracht Frankfurt. And Napoli, they've had 11 total shots in this game, while Frankfurt having 4. But shot on target is where Frankfurt leads Napoli, because Napoli have had only 1 shot on target, while Frankfurt have had 2 in this game. But Frankfurt now attacking Napoli, having another opportunity to go, and open the scoring, but choose to go back. So there's a player down for Arsenal. I think that should be Bukayo. Is it Bukayo Saka? Just have to confirm that one. We just hope that will not be another injury. And I think at this stage, a player like Bukayo Saka should be withdrawn to avoid any injury, because it's already two goals up. You have the likes of Max Zoman who can come on and play the remainder of this game to me. And McDormand is still waiting for his Champions League debut, and when he comes on for Arsenal, he will become the youngest player to play in the Champions League. So only time will tell when he's going to come on. But ball start now with Bukayo Saka now, who sent back to Jurgen Timber, and it cross into the box there, and that is the 3rd goal. It's Arsenal who have made it 3. Mikel Merino, and that was a terrible goalkeeping from the goalkeeper there. Can't believe what he was doing there. Terrible goalkeeping by the goalkeeper of Slavia Prague. So it's Mikel Merino who made it 3, and it's Declan Rice who was the provider of the of the assist there. What was the goalkeeper thinking? Can you believe that? And even the defender is how to defend. Backing your opponent, not even looking at the ball. That was a terrible defending there. So Arsenal lead by 3-0 in the 60. It's already 68 minutes played now. So Arsenal already claiming all 3 points. And you can see the goalkeeper very frustrated with his decision making there. So play restart now. Arsenal win back possession again. About give it straight away. Oh, still with possession rather. '72nd minute played already in Italy. Still goalless in Italy. So another free kick to Arsenal. Mikel Merino being fouled there, and the referee showing a yellow card to Slavia Prague there. And that will be the first yellow card of the game so far. And it's Seferis I will pick up that yellow card. So Napoli still trying to see if they can get all 3 points, but trying to Napoli and Slavia Prague will be making. I think that should be a double substitution. So Chamham will be coming on for Seferi, who just got booked now, and Dudera also coming on for Visek. So let's see if the substitutions will make any impact for Slavia Prague, because they are 3 goals down now against Arsenal. And so far what we've learned with Arsenal this season is that it's always very difficult for you to get a goal against them. Earlier on I told you guys it's only 3 teams so far that have been able to get a goal against Arsenal, and they are Man City, Liverpool and Newcastle so far across all competition. And we have less than 20 minutes to go in this game. Can Slavia Prague join that list of teams that have scored against Arsenal? And Arsenal have a train and quickly taken, but Prague will win that one and send a cross into the midfield, but Arsenal head down back. And the whistle have gone because there's a player down. I think that should be a free kick. Yeah, free kick to Arsenal. To Slavia Prague rather. So Napoli still looking to get the opener in this game. Anguissa trying his best alongside McTominay and Rasmus Højlund. No Kevin De Bruyne today. And finally, I think history has been made because Max Doman has come on now. So he becomes the youngest player ever in the history of our Champions League to make his Champions League debut. And he has replaced, what's his name again? I think that should be Leandro Trossard being withdrawn there. We just have to confirm that substitution. And Arsenal be making more substitution as it stands now because Lewis Kelly is about to come on in this game. So Max Doman replacing Leandro Trossard, while Lewis Kelly will be replacing Nkepai, while Ben White also coming on to replace Jurgen Timber in this game. So Max Doman making his Champions League debut. And what a story for him. The 15 years old will become the Champions League youngest player. Ben White, who has not had too many games so far this season, has come on to play the last probably last 20 minutes because plus the additional time, and there's a player down for Slavia Prague, and the player needs a stretcher, and it looks like it's a serious injury because he's been attended to for over 2 minutes now. So we just wish him a speedy recovery. Also, Slavia Prague will be making substitutions of them home. The players have been given some, medical attention, and you could see still holding it. I think the so we just hope we'll be able to continue the game. So Slavia Prague making substitutions. So the game involving Napoli and Frankfurt is still goalless. Napoli trying to shoot from all angles to see if they can get a goal, but they couldn't, convert. So it's Kuzek who come on for Sanyang, and also Shoka coming on for the Nigerian. Talking about David Moses. And let's see if the substitutions can make impact for them. Already 72nd minute played already. And 74 minutes played already. Still Arsenal only 3 goals away from home. While 78 minutes Napoli still playing at a goalless draw against Frankfurt, and another yellow card will be shown, and this time it's Norgard who will be picking up a yellow card for his troubles. And the referee said it was too violent there with his tackle there. So I'm back to Napoli now. Frankfurt having a corner kick now. Can they punish Napoli from this set piece? Let's see if Frankfurt will be able to convert. And Slavia Prague also having a opportunity to send the one into the Arsenal box, but choose to go sideways and shot. So corner kick sent in by Frankfurt. But couldn't cover that one. But Napoli will clear, and Frankfurt will win back possession again, and having another opportunity to send a cross into the box there for Frankfurt. Oh my goodness. Milenkovic Savic stopping that one. So it's still goalless. Frankfurt almost getting opening the scoring there. And you could see the replay of Mikel Merino's first goal there. Very good goal there from him. And the second goal, terrible goalkeeping from the goalkeeper there. So play restart there with Frankfurt. Arsenal now in possession with Max Zoman there, who goes down, and I think that should be another yellow card now. He was brought down. Wow, that was a very good skate there from the 15 years old there to the, beat his marker there, and it was far. But Arsenal will have another opportunity to send a cross into the box there, and Declan Rice will stand on this one. Can Arsenal make it 4? Another set piece this time around, but choose to go sideways, send it to the midfield and back to Declan Rice now, who finds Doma Bukayo Saka still with Arsenal, and it goes down again. Max Doman being fouled again. I think that should another free kick now. Max Doman look causing troubles for Slavia Prague players there. And Arsenal having another opportunity now to send another free kick into the ball, another ball into the box of Slovak Prague. Gabriel among the players up front for Arsenal alongside his defending his partner, talking about Saliba. But Saka will stand on this one. This time, not Declan Rice. So Bukayo Saka to take for Arsenal. Can Arsenal make it 4? Send a cross into the box there, but that was too much, and we roll out for a goal kick. Goal kick quickly taken for Slavia Prague, and another yellow card being shown now to a Arsenal player there, but we'll confirm the recipient, and this time it's Lewis Kelly who just came on. Oh, the referee says that was an elbow from him. So Lewis Kelly going straight into the referee's book. And free kick quickly taking an header there. And that will be a goal kick to Arsenal. So Arsenal looking very good for all 3 points and keeping another clean sheet away from home. Because as it stands now, Slovak Prague, they are looking very, very toothless. 80 minutes played already. Arsenal still lead by 3 goals to 0. And you could see the stats. 39% of possession to Slavia Prague, while 61 to Arsenal. 7 shots, total shot from Slavia Prague, while 14 to Arsenal. Still 0 shot on target from Slavia Prague. But here comes Arsenal now with Max Doma now running down the left, and there beat one player, but couldn't beat the second one there. But finally, the ball will roll out for a goal kick to Slavia Prague. Max Doma causing trouble for Slavia Prague. They're beating his markers with ease. Yeah. So 0 shot on target from Slavia Prague. So Arsenal having 8 shot on target, and 3 big chance to Arsenal, 0 to Slavia Prague. 3 corner kick to Slavia Prague, and 7 to Arsenal. 4 yellow card to Arsenal, 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card to Slavia Prague, and Declan Rice is being withdrawn. And this time it will be another academy player, talking about Ariman Hanus, will be coming on to replace Declan Rice. What it means now is that Mikel Merino will drop to the midfield, while the young striker Ariman will lead the line for Arsenal. And Declan Rice has provided 1 assist in this game. He provided the assist for Mikel Merino, and he's so play will resume now with Slavia Prague quickly taking, send it back to the defense and send it straight forward, but Arsenal will win back possession. So now Arsenal with possession now, send it back into the midfield. Still with Arsenal. It looks like Bukayo Saka has switched wing now, because Mark Zoman is occupying the left or right hand side of attack for Arsenal. Back with David Raya, who sent a long one now into the midfield. And Harriman will win that one, send it down, but Slavia Prague win back possession. So it's still Slavia Prague with possession now. Lead on there, send it to the midfield there, but quickly closed down by Arsenal players, but still with Slavia Prague. 85 minutes already played in Naples there, and it's still goalless. And Frankfurt now with possession now. Christensen try to beat his marker there, and it's still with Frankfurt now trying to create something, trying to do it on his own, but couldn't. But Napoli finally cleared the ball out, but Frankfurt will win back. No, I think the whistle have gone there. So it will be a free kick to Napoli. 86 minutes played already. Still goalless in Italy. Napoli playing out a goalless draw at the moment with Frankfurt. Why Arsenal? 3 minutes played already. Arsenal still lead 3 goals away from home. So a yellow card shown to Dudera for his troubles. So here comes Slavia Prague now, trying to reduce the deficit. Send one into the box there, but blocked by. Oh, I think that should be a penalty. Is that a penalty? Yeah. I think the referee have awarded Slavia Prague a penalty, and you could see the complaint from Arsenal players there. We just have to confirm what happened there. Slavia Prague have been awarded a penalty, and Gabriel making complaints, and Bukayo Saka going over to the referee. I think there's a handball there, so we're still waiting for the replay. From the replay, it looks like his hand is in national position, but the referee says no. Well, we just have to wait for the final decision. I think the penalty will stand. And you could see the Slavia Prague manager looking, and I think the VAR is having to look it, and they've called the referee to come over, and it looks like it might be overturned. Calling the referee to check means that the VAR might not, not agreeing with the referee's decision. To me, it looks like it receiving handball from the Slovak Prague player. But there was a high foot there. And I think the ball hit the Slovak Prague player first. And let's hear from the referee. And the referee will be having his take now. So having words with the two captains. So it looks like the penalty will be overturned. So no penalty. So Arsenal surviving that one. So play continue. Penalty overturned, because it looks like he hit the Slovak Prague player and first. 85 minutes already played. Can Arsenal keep a clean sheet in this one? And it looks like Napoli might be having it. It looks like there's an handball there inside the box there. From the replay, Eintracht Frankfurt needs to be very careful there, but the referee says no penalty. So playing with Napoli and Frankfurt, but that was a terrible pass there from the Napoli player there. So that will be a goal kick to Frankfurt. So Arsenal still dominating possession, and Ben White will pick up the ball to take a throw in for Arsenal. Sanchez finds McDormand, who is still on the ball. Send a pass there, but a ruler for a throw-in, and another throw-in to Arsenal. 90 minutes plus played already in Italy. It's still goalless. Nothing to separate both sides, and 5 minutes of additional time has been added to that game. So both teams have less than 5 minutes now to get a goal. Otherwise, both teams will be sharing, a point. So still with Arsenal now, fully in control. And Bukayo Saka goes down. The referee said that will be another free kick to Arsenal. 87 minutes played already, and I think that should be a yellow card because you can't hold a player like that. So free kick to Arsenal. So free kick quickly taken for Arsenal. Frankfurt making substitution inside the dying minute of this game. Still Arsenal trying to see if they can get the another goal. But Slavia Prague will win possession, send it to the goalkeeper. We send it down to his player there, but lose possession, and Arsenal win back possession, but give it straight away there. That's Max Duman giving it back to Slavia Prague. And Prague also returning it back to Arsenal, and Arsenal will send it back to their goalkeeper, David Raya, will send a long one into the midfield. But that will go out for a throw-in. And you could still see the joy or the celebration in the from the Slavia Prague players. Fans rather. I don't know what they're happy for. You're already conceding 3, but you're still happy. So 5 minutes will be added to this game. Can Arsenal get more goal? Or will Slavia Prague, do what most teams this season have not done by scoring against Arsenal? Slavia Prague in possession now. So back to Napoli, almost getting a goal there, but this Frankfurt goalkeeper amending his mistakes there because that was a very good opportunity for Napoli, but the goalkeeper there denying Napoli. So Slavia Prague attacking now from the left hand side, send a cross into the balls there, but David Raya will pick that one with ease. So Arsenal in possession. Frankfurt now looking to send a cross inside the last, dying moment of this game. Can Frankfurt break the heart of the Napoli fans at home there? With this cross now. And they send it finally, but Milenkovic will punch that one out. And that's the final whistle there. The referee said it's seen enough. So it's full time out there in Naples. Antonio Conte men couldn't beat Frankfurt. So it's goalless full time. So back to the game involving Arsenal and Slavia Prague. It's the Arsenal who lead by 3-0. And Slavia Prague will win possession, send to the goalkeeper who take a long one now into the midfield there. Any moment from now, the final whistle will also come in that game. So free kick to Arsenal. So far, Arsenal have yet to face any shot on target in this game, and even in the last game they played against Burnley, they didn't concede any shot on target. Masdoma bringing the ball down beautifully and controlling down, and play continue with Arsenal still with possession, but lose it straight. And here comes Slavia Prague now, trying to turn defense into attack, but choose to go back. And still gives possession straight to Arsenal. And I think that should be another free kick. I mean, another player going down again. So player restarted Slavia Prague now. Send a cross into the box there. Cleared out, and I think that should be a corner kick. So Slavia Prague having opportunity, and you could see their ultras are celebrating. That corner kick they have now. Can they convert from this corner kick? And this could be the last action. Can Slavia Prague convert from this corner kick? And you have two players plotting to send the cross into the into the box of Arsenal, and they send a cross. But cleared out there by Arsenal. Still with Slavia Prague, send it back to the goalkeeper. Slavia Prague still in possession. Send a cross there, but block. Still with Slavia Prague. Oh, that was an easy catch for David Raya there. And I think the whistle have gone, and the referee is about to show a yellow card. Yes, a yellow card has been shown to Mboji, and Mboji has picked up a yellow card. After the whistle have gone, I think he stepped on an Arsenal player there. So any moment from now, we'll be seeing the full-time whistle. But free kick to Arsenal, and David Raya will send a long one. And it's full-time already out there in Prague. It's Arsenal who took all 3 points there. 3 goals away from home. Bukayo Saka opening the scoring for Arsenal in the 32nd minute. From the penalties spot, and Mikel Merino scoring barely 1 minute into the restart of second half in the 46th minute, and Mikel Merino also getting the second goal of the night to make it 3 for Arsenal in the 68th minute. So Arsenal have defeated Slavia Prague, and they did it comfortably despite many changes, and history was also made for Arsenal and in the history of Champions League, because Max Doman coming on, and he becomes the youngest player to ever play in the history of Champions League, beating the record held by the former Dortmund player, talking about Yusuf Mukoko, who was the record holder, and it's Max Doman now, 15 years and some days, and Arsenal taking all 3 points. Our viewers, we've seen 90 minutes of football played already. It's Arsenal who won the game comfortably. Also in Italy, it ended goalless. Napoli couldn't break down the defense of Eintracht Frankfurt. So congratulations to Arsenal. So happy we took all 3 points. And going back to England, where we'll be facing Sunderland over the weekend. And here at Premier Sport, we'll bring you that game live also. And there are still games to come on tonight. Atletico Madrid will be taking on Royal Union SG, Bodo Glimt taking on Monaco, Juventus taking on Sporting CP. And the big one, Liverpool taking on Real Madrid, also Olympiacos taking on PSV. PSG taking on Bayern Munich, and Tottenham taking on FC Copenhagen. So that's how we draw the curtain for today's tonight action. You can also join us tomorrow when we come live again, because Chelsea will be taking on. Just have to confirm their opponent for you. We'll be live here to bring you action from that game. Chelsea will be going to, is it Kazakhstan now? Yes, to take on Karabakh. Away from Karabakh, also not doing bad as it stands in the Champions League. At the moment, Karabakh, they are pretty sitting comfortably in number 13 position. I think they even have the same point with Chelsea. So, but Chelsea will be the favorite. So at Premier Sport Fan Center here, we'll be here live to cover that game for you. But for tonight, this I will draw the curtain and will say goodbye and have a pleasant evening.